Hi, this is Raj from MR Sportscars. In this video I'm going to show you some of the LCD screen options you can have on your dashboard in a 981 Boxster S or Boxster 2.7. So when you get in, it should essentially show you on this little LCD panel next to the rev counter the silhouette of the car, and then when you put the key in, you do as so, it will also show it on there, and it will put the music on, sat nav, and then when you put it into its first position, it will then show you, well, this one needs a bit more fuel, which is absolutely fine. It will normally show you the last screen you're on, but on this one, this is the last screen I was on, which is basically the vital statistics of the car. So you can change what statistics are on there, and I'll show you that in a second. But first of all, let me scroll through the different options using this stalk here. If you've got a multifunction steering wheel, it'll probably have the controls on this side, but on this car it's got it as a stalk. So you navigate up and down, and you can also pull it forwards and push it away. So to scroll through the screens, you can either push it up or down to go through them. So I'll go up. So you've got a G-force meter if it's got Sport Chrono Package Plus, so that's this extra analog clock / stopwatch, and it has Sport and Sport Plus there. And then if you push that away from you, you can also see the maximum Gs that have been experienced in this car since this was last reset. And then to go into something, you push it away and then pull it back towards you to come back out of a particular menu. Each of these screens has different menus and different options. So then you've got the chrono, which is to control the stopwatch here, and again you push it away to go into the menu for that, and then you push it away again to start, and then that starts that stopwatch there. So it's counting obviously back, so then you can leave that running, and then if you press, you can scroll up to stop, and then you push it away to stop it, and then reset it. Then it switches it off. And then once you come out of the chrono menu, it will go back to being a timer, normal time. Next menu is your trip, and you can have 1, 2, and 3. So since you've just got in, since you got in, total since it was last reset, and to the destination if you had a sat nav location put in, and you can reset all of those as well. Then there's the navigation, a map, which you can also manually zoom in and out using this stalk here. You can have an auto zoom. You can have it 2D or 3D. I prefer it 2D, I think. And whether you want it to actually face the direction you're facing or just north. So come out of that one. Next one, if your phone's connected, it will show you there what it's called, what you've got on the radio. And then coming back to this one. So this one it's normally set, most cars are set with coolant temperature, then oil temperature, oil pressure, either in bar or PSI, and you can change the units that's showing in. And then I normally set it as the battery voltage, because that's actually quite useful to see your battery voltage to make sure it is charging properly with the alternator, that you have got a decently charged battery. That's the only place you can have a look at the health of the battery. So it's well worth putting it on there. You can actually change what's on there. Again, push in. You go to settings, display, vehicle menu, compass. There we go. So it'll show you which direction you're facing in. Let me change that back. So there we go, back. The other things you can see are if there's any error messages, which this car has, which is fuel's running out, it will have message 1 of 2, 1 of 3, for example, and you can scroll through them. This has just got 1, which is that the fuel is about to run out. You can also check when the service interval is due. So that's the next major, that's the next minor, that's the next oil change. You can also measure the oil, so make sure it's between the low and the high. So that's absolutely fine. You can set limits as well, and whether you want them to be on, so that if someone's activated the 90-mile-an-hour one, so it beeps to let you know to slow down. And then you can do things like change how long the lights stay on for after you lock a car, how bright they are. Locking as well, whether it unlocks all the doors, or just one, the driver's door, and if it automatically locks the doors as you drive away, which most people set it to. Yeah, and there's a whole bunch of stuff you can set here, which is great, including the date or time. So rather than changing the time every time the clocks change in the UK, you just literally click whether it's summertime or not. In our case, it is summertime. Not for very long though. Tomorrow, actually, it changes, so I'll have to switch that on all the cars. So that's really useful screen. That some of these menus may not be showing, even if you've got tire pressure monitoring, for example. That will be another screen which I can't show you on this car because this doesn't have tire pressure monitoring. But I've come across a car that had Sport Chrono but didn't have the chrono menu, and that's all down to it being disabled here. So it was unticked. So now if I scroll through, there's no chrono, and you panic. Why is there no chrono? But actually it's all down to someone switching it off here. So it's very easy to enable it again. There it is. Super. So that is the menu scope, I guess, of the LCD panel in a 981 Boxster. It also applies to a 981 Cayman, and I guess the 991 911 as well. If you have any questions about that, please don't hesitate to comment below. I hope you've enjoyed the video. Please do like and subscribe to my channel. Thank you for watching.